Hey Gemini, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 29th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. I think we're talking about work or career here, or a habit, a pattern of behavior for you, with the Eight of Pentacles showing up at the heart of your reading. So Spirit wants to talk about something that you are actively working on as a sense of repetition, nose to the grindstone sort of energy. Your challenge, however, is the Hanged Man in reverse. You may not be enjoying the limited scope of focus that this pattern of behavior is requiring from you. Let's say you have an Etsy shop and all of a sudden you get a lot of orders, and that's great, but that's going to mean you're making 500 buttons, and you're good at making the buttons, you like making the buttons, but do you like making 100 buttons a day for 5 days? It's like, oh, okay, this Hanged Man in reverse is like, I'm just staring at my desk and all of the button material over and over and over again, and it's too much. So however that fits your situation, this could be work, it could be relationship. There's something that feels neutral but repetitive, and it's the repetition and the requirement for you to really focus in on the same thing over and over and over again that has you feeling antsy, like aggravated a little bit. I don't know. You want some more variety. You wish it didn't have to be so all-consuming. Your focus is on your pain, the Three of Swords. So even though you've got a bunch of orders and you're going to benefit from that with the profits that you make, in the moment of assembling the buttons that you're going to sell, all you can think about is the frustration and what you don't like about this experience. In the recent past, we have the Hierophant. This could be you starting the Etsy shop. It could be learning some set of rules so that you can follow the rules, do things by the book. It could be getting a contract or permits set up so that you can make and sell the thing that you're making and selling now. If this is relationship based, then the Hierophant has you sort of making it official in your relationship in some sense. Maybe you moved in together or got married. From your higher self perspective, one of the best things that can come from this experience in your life is represented by the Four of Wands in reverse. Whatever is taking your time and attention right now, it's drawing your availability away from something that it's better off that you avoid. And I don't think it's important. I mean, it's coming up in the message, but I do want to highlight, like, it's not as important for you to be consciously aware of this thing. It's just happenstance that you've chosen a timeline where your attention is focused and redirected in another area temporarily. And one of the results of that redirection of your attention is that you don't attend some event, or you don't set some certain goal in another area of your life. That isn't an area that Spirit wants to get into, of what would have happened had you not redirected your attention. Suffice it to say that you're better off on this timeline. In the near future, we have Judgment in reverse. This is a decision not to reawaken something from your past, not to breathe new life into an old situation, to let it sort of fizzle out or remain in the past. Your surprise energy is the Moon in reverse. Whatever sorts of decisions you're making now, because of the commitments that you've made and your requirement to focus in on this one thing, I feel like you're not... This is a really strange... I mean, this whole reading has been a little eccentric. I'm trying to put words to how I'm feeling. My clair ability is more emotion. I pick up on like how it feels emotionally as you're experiencing these energies. And so the way that I describe it is like trying to apply how I would feel in certain scenarios to give you an example, just as sort of like a behind the scenes or a lens into my process there. And this one is, it's difficult for me to try and put words to. I'm not sure that I have a touch point example here. I'll do my best. The Moon in reverse is like, it's coming through to say, there's something good about shadows. This could bring up shadow work for you. By walking the unknown path, sometimes it's what remains hidden that is the point of taking that journey. Yes, Spirit, I know, but why is this card coming through? Sorry if that was loud, you guys. My ring just hit the table. Why is this coming through as a surprise energy? I mean, it could be that you're going to become aware of this thing that you're sidestepping. Three of Cups in reverse. Maybe your friends go out for drinks and someone gets arrested for a DUI and you would have been involved if you wouldn't have been so busy with this thing. Maybe it's something that you can never really put your finger on because it's just like you're drinking less because you're focusing in on this thing, and your life would have taken a totally different path if you would have had the couple of heavy drinking nights in a row. It would have pivoted your timeline somehow. I'm gonna move on because I don't feel like I can really do that energy justice by trying to describe it anymore, but hopefully the important points have come through. Your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. I just got real like full body chills, so I think Spirit's reassuring me that the important parts came through. I hope so. Ace of Swords in reverse for your hopes and fears. There's a lack of clarity in what you're doing right now. You feel like something about it doesn't make sense, or something about it is confusing to you. And I think that rubs you the wrong way. You'd really prefer to understand. But maybe you're it feels like you're incorporating this confusion in a way that's less upsetting to you than it would normally be. Like you're feeling hopeful with the uncertainty. Maybe you're hopeful that you're gonna say no to someone, or that when the time comes for you to ask the question, they're going to say no to you. You could be afraid of receiving a no, but I think it's more like that intangible quality that I was touching on earlier. The end result, we have the Queen of Swords, which is you really shining in your intellectual prowess, your ability to decipher the deeper meaning of situations. I like to put it as the Queen of Swords is the one who can always read between the lines of what's not being said, to get to that deeper or more expansive truth. It's always there, it's always available to people, but most people are satisfied just with taking what's on the surface. But this has you really at the top of your game, keen understanding and awareness of your environment, and looking toward the future. I don't see much of a connection to the storyline or how that relates back. And your advice, we have Justice in reverse, Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes things are going to remain imbalanced, and the more time and attention and energy you try to put into achieving balance or fairness or resolution, the more you're going to spin your wheels and miss out on what you could have been doing had you accepted this lack of closure and moved on. So Justice in reverse as advice tells me there's something that you'd be better off just moving on from. Might not feel right to you, might not feel fair, might feel imbalanced. And you could fight this fight, but Spirit's saying it would be better if you didn't. So Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back next time.